Most of you already know, but Wings quit the show.
That needs to happen that we haven't been doing, like, on our...
It went 20 days straight with nothing to upload to those places. So look,
You keep going 22.
Welcome, acolytes. Today, I am not doing a reaction video. As you could actually see at the start, I am doing the drama between Wings, Boogie, and Keemstar. Now, why am I doing this? Because when pretty fat people just make some drama and it's actually funny, then I'm gonna do it. And let me set this clear. I don't particularly like Keemstar I cannot say as a person. The entertainment type of entertainment he does. I don't like Boogie because he is a fat, lazy, unintelligent, freaking piece of, And I particularly don't like Wings because he is 9 plus ultra of everything that the negatives I just mentioned. The only one from this podcast that I absolutely adore is Tommy C. Tommy C is such a, in my opinion, funny and nice guy that I just watched the podcast and I actually found it funny, but it's purely because of him. And let's be honest, Keemstar does entertaining stuff because this is what he's good for. And I don't like what he does, but I respect the man for how he does it, because what he does really good. So yeah, let's see what they have to say about Wings, because Wings is acting up like a little bitch. It is what it is. He is a annoying child. He's just super annoying, and this is something I actually want you to see and look at that with me, how a person can actually behave, what you can actually see and look at it and maybe recognize it in a way where you can say, okay, this isn't worth it, just he does this and this and this, and I'm gonna react in the same way, because and they are in the context of a job. So by the way, I think they handled it particularly good and good. I mean, it's fine. And Wings is such a childish fool that even Boogie, even if you don't know Boogie 1.6, I don't remember. If you don't remember Boogie, don't know who that is, well, you're gonna see, but he's an absolute unit of a freaking oof. Like, he had it all. He literally had it all, and he effed everything up. But okay, let's just do the first snippet, what they actually say, and I'm just going to explain and react to it how I see it.
Most of you already know, but Wings quit the show. In an absolutely viral post that we put out on LolCow Live, Wings quit LolCow Live. Boogie left the internet for personal reasons. Tommy C hasn't spoken in the chat for days. The editor laughed out loud and Key made this tweet. Yes, I did. Getting almost 300,000 views. It was like trending on Twitter. Wings is pretty upset that, well, I'm going to let him speak for himself. Took some...
And yes, the short part of this is basically, as you heard Keemstar, Wings acted childish. He has with this podcast a really, really good situation. And he basically just really peed on the leg of his co-host and just did what Keemstar just said. And it's just like, come on. But let's continue, because even Boogie.
Did Wings?
Very briefly, he told me, my general consensus is that Wings felt like you weren't doing enough for us here in terms of like blocking the word and like bringing on guests who are just going to spend 45 minutes screaming the word at him or me. Because number one, I feel it's just bad entertainment. 3 weeks in a row, we've had somebody come in here just call me a... I don't understand why somebody would want to watch that for an hour a week. That doesn't make any sense to me.
It wasn't my idea to bring Ralph on. I was like kind of against it, but...
Oh yes, I am sorry. This wasn't even the correct timeline clip. I just know the future of this. And for now, Boogie is actually defending Wings that's fair enough. Because at this point, what Wings actually did was fair enough. And it wasn't that bad. As Boogie said, Wings just explained to him, hey, come on, this is how I feel about it. And this. And the thing that Boogie just said, it's correct, it's fine. You don't have to be pissy about it. He communicated like a normal human being in this case.
It's always been positive. Oh, I respect Wings. Oh, I like Wings. I like Wings. Ever since Wings has been on this show, he's actually, for the first time in like 5 years, has had a positive reaction. Of course, that negative exists. Of course, people are bullying him. Of course, people are harassing him. But for the most part, people like Wings.
Jordy just texted me and he said, he showed me a text log. He said, never agreed to come on.
Yes, after they said this, as you can hear, Kimstar finds that Boogie has actually positive reactions about the thing in the freaking podcast. As actual Wings of Redemption thinks he didn't, but Wings is also a B, so take that one with a giant grain of salt times me and plus somebody else. But at the end of the day, as you heard, that's just it sounds positive. And then he really, as Boogie actually said, just said, no, I never agreed to do this podcast with you. But remember, before this happened, he was on 18 episodes. 18 episodes. That's... You agree to it. You agree to it. It's done. You agree to it. If you didn't agree to it, you would be on maybe tops 1 episode, and they say, okay, I'm gonna do it because I like you guys, and then just stop. No, you agree to it by staying in it, and you're in.
This is not the way, bro.
I mean, at the end of the day, it ain't just hurting him. It's hurting me and Tommy too, but it is what it is.
Correct. This clip, one of the most important thing by people like Wings is you have to see if they actually do things that harm not only them, but also their co-workers. Are the co-workers in it or not? Will I actively harm my co-workers? And if they do it, well, F them. That's a really bad thing to do. You shouldn't accept it and just break it up. Just break it up, in my opinion. Or, of course, if you're in a work environment, you cannot just break it up, but you can steer out of the way of the freaking coworker that you actually have the problem with. Or not steer away from him, but just minimize the contact.
I was playing Rainbow Six one day. You familiar with Rainbow Six? It doesn't matter if you're familiar with it. It's a video game, right? The video game. I was playing by myself off stream, and a guy joins my session, and he starts harassing me, saying all the standard stuff, and I defend myself. I go, hey, man, I hope your mother dies while she's sucking a dick. This is what I said to this man.
As funny as it is what Wings actually just said there, but the problem with that is it's not that he had to defend himself against a troll, but the pure little fact that he reacted this way to a troll is bad. Why is it bad? Because the troll knows, yes, I went under the skin of this guy, and now I know what to do, or how to actually make him even madder. And all in all, this is just a freaking excuse of Wings to actually get some sympathy for something that he could have avoided. Because if you just say, well, okay, if you think so, good for you, I guess, and then just go on. Don't even block it. Just go on, then it's fine. But Wings showed his character that he's just, weak-willed, and this is one of the things you should also be aware of.
It's up to late December. like what was it, December 20, what was it, 3rd, 4th, something like that. And then yeah, I mean, look, you guys didn't make anything. I maybe dropped the ball on a couple shorts, you can say late December. But then for 2 weeks straight, you guys made nothing at all. You produced no content. You gave me nothing. I mean, what can I work with there? At the same time,
Connor,
you
you
heard me. I went to bat.
Yes, this was one of the things that actually annoy me a bit, because this wasn't a Wings thing, but of the freaking guy that actually makes their stuff, shorts and such. But we're gonna continue and look at something else what he did after this before I'm gonna go to White with
Not putting it on Spotify. So it's like we have no activity on Instagram, no activity on Twitter, no activity on Spotify, no activity on Apple iTunes. Like none of it's what the hell happened?
I went 20 days straight with nothing to upload to those places. So look,
you keep going 22 weeks. It was 2 weeks.
I'm admitting when we come back, it didn't re-click in my brain. But
wait,
honestly,
so do we owe you the full amount that you get paid when you only did half your job?
You owe me. If your employer was to nickel and dime you, like, oh, you were looking at your phone for 5 minutes of the last 60, we're gonna dock your pay.
This is not a nickel and dime. He didn't do half the shit.
Again, we didn't notice he wasn't doing it either, so we were neglectful too. I think he's entitled to the entire amount, and that's
and let me give it a different perspective.
Bro, I'm about to quit the show. Are you fucking kidding me? I cannot babysit the editor on top of you three and everyone else and the audience. Hey, by the way, this isn't forced drama. I can't babysit everyone all day long. I don't have time for
I'm
this.
owning up to what happened. I'm just saying that's the reason why.
You actually taking accountability and saying I'm getting paid $2,000 a month and I will give up $500 of that $2,000. That's owning up. Words mean nothing. Action means everything, and the action was nothing. What are you talking about?
And yes, as you can see, first of all, I'm gonna get Wings out of the way. He's absolutely weak here. The guy actually didn't do half of his job, and as freaking hard as my heart feels for it, I can fully understand Keemstar here, because you should punish a guy that actually doesn't do his full work. He gets paid 2K for sitting around and doing this stuff, editing the stuff and shorts and such. This is one of the easiest jobs in the world, and you don't have to tell me, but it takes a long time and so on. Yes, it takes a long time. Yes, it is a job. Yes, it's hard and it's only, but it's not even to a freaking fraction break as hard as a normal freaking job. Not even close to it. And you can tell me what you want, because it's just bullshit. He has one of the easiest jobs in the world. And as freaking Keemstar actually said, saying that you own up is one thing. Owning up and saying, well, yeah, I fucked up, so I'm gonna actually get the consequences and do what I have to do, and just say, okay, I didn't do the job, sorry, let me just, hey, I still need the money, blah, blah, blah. Just don't let me, I'm not gonna take 500, as he said, I'm just gonna take this and this much, and it's fine. It's okay. And it's freaking okay. Then we're talking. But as he did it, like the excuses, come on, dude. Just come on. And the saga of Wings continues after this.
Conversation in just a minute. Let me ring these guys right now.
What's up, man?
What is going on? Now,
make me a mod.
Here we go. Wings, we already talked about this.
No. Here's what's happening. You either make me a mod or I leave.
We had a deal a week
ago.
The
deal sucks. You said 78 hours. It's been 78 hours. Make me a mod or I leave.
Hold on. Can we get Tommy in here? Can we get Tommy in here? Okay. No.
And yes, as you heard, of course, this is the freaking end game of Wings of Redemption. He just adds new things to the actual agreement they had. Because, yes, they had an agreement. I seen it. I heard it. Boogie, Tommy, and Keemstar, of course, also heard it. They actually gave Wings everything he wanted, as it was. He didn't provide his part, and now he's changing the thing just because he doesn't want to stand like the freaking loser in it is. The thing is, he is the freaking loser in it just because he actually did dodge his responsibility and his part of the work for absolutely no reason. There is no reason for it. And if you actually don't start your stuff like a normal human being, then just own up to it and say, okay, good, I didn't do it, sorry about that, and just provide a freaking solution for the things you actually agreed to. And don't expect the people that you actually made something with, don't expect them to ever believe you again. Because you just broke their trust. You broke their trust in a freaking very heavy way. And you're not gonna get it back that easily. And you shouldn't get it back that easily. Because you broke it. You totally broke it. And how do you actually behave around this exactly? You just say to everyone, hey, hear me out. If he did this and this, I'm not doing anything with him. We have to find a permanent solution because talking to this person just isn't the right way. And as you're gonna hear in a second, Wings does exactly the thing that he does. Namely, he will say, it's my way or the highway. Even though I made an agreement with you, even though you kept your part of the agreement, I didn't, it's still your fault somehow. So let's look at that.
Okay. No. Did you just see what happened, Tommy? He came in here. He came in here, said, "Make me a mod or I leave," and he left. I apologize. We are in members only chat, just so we can have this conversation and hopefully things get fixed. All right, Wings, get back in here. I can't believe we're dealing with this 2 weeks in a row. I will say this. I'm sick of this little game that we're playing. Tommy is sick of it. Boogie is sick of it. And every single mother in this chat right now is sick of this fucking game. This is a game. This is a game. This is like a child job. You are not a fucking victim. I'm the victim in this scenario of your fucking laziness, Wings. And you're such a coward that you won't even show up here to have the conversation. Here's another thing, Wings. This show's probably going to be making 20 grand a month, which means Wings is going to get a $5,000 paycheck a month. That's the absolute truth. If we stay on our schedule, keep uploading, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
And I know this, and I'm still willing to walk away from it because this is a hill I'll die on.
If that was true, you'd have left.
And that's a dumb.
I've left twice already.
You're just trying to weasel your way of ruin the show.
That's a dumb.
But you said you'd over moderate it.
Yeah, in the next
100%.
But that's the thing. It's a catch-22. Either he shuts all the fans off so he can live in his own bubble, or we lose him.
How about members only? Members only chat.
Yeah, if they want to pay $5.
And yes, as you heard yourself, Wings still thinks he is the victim here. He thinks that he is the one that actually gets effed over. And as Tommy pointed out, you're just trying to weasel your out of the show. And yes, this is the thing that people like that always do. They will change things, they will just just melt everything just so they get exactly what they want, no matter how freaking stupid it is. And this is just frustrating. It has to be extremely frustrating. And it is. Because nobody wants to deal with this shit. They have literally the chance of doing thousands of euro for basically, well, a small amount of work. Because let's be honest, this isn't entirely like a bestial amount of work here that they are actually doing right now. Okay, they have zero right now probably because the channel is still starting up, but at one point it will get really, really, really big. Because it's Boogie, Wings, Tommy C, and Kimsta we're talking about. People know them. They have an easy start. And even though all of this he still just throws his people, his co-hosts, the guy that actually organized the entire thing, yes, because Keemstar actually organized the entire podcast, just in the dirt. Just like that. Just because he is Wings of Redemption and nobody else matters.
Rated them and started some of my big trolls back up, the ones that actually with my life. And right now, there's threatening to copyright strike my channel, take my channel down, mass report me to YouTube, and they will do it because when they say it, they're actually doing it.
Okay, but you quitting the show, what does that let them? What does that tell them? What does that telegraph?
I don't care what it telegraphs. My goal is to get back to where I was at, where they got bored with me and they moved on.
Dude, it's like, so you're already evolving your game up. You're getting your money up. You're getting your socials up. You're getting everything up. These f***ers are going to come back. The only way to kick their ass is to fucking keep winning. That's it.
He doesn't.
You know that.
He doesn't.
Come on.
He does not understand what's an L and what's a W. He doesn't know what they are.
An L is when you're at the dentist getting a cavity filled, and he asks if you're a pedophile or not. That's what an L is.
Then you tell him no, all right? And then you get your cavity filled and you off and you make money. Dude, how many people do you think call me fat, Indian, smelling, okay, all the time?
And yes, this is just what Mudahart said, everything. It's just, come on, Wings. Like, really, you know what you are. You know what your fans want to do. Those aren't nice people, especially the troll ones. Like, come on. You actually did this to yourself. Now just make money out of it for F's sake. Just do it. Why? Why aren't you doing it? Come on. Come on, man. Just get the game up. Get the game up. Just do it. Half of the work is already done for you. The entire thing is on a silver platter. If I had the chance, I would go in it and just take it like nothing else. Damn. Quitting work for this would be freaking... I would be in it. Instantly. Instantly. For freaking 5K. A month. That's way more than I'm doing now. And it's not a little amount I'm doing more now. And this money is big. But I also... I'm also actually not presenting myself as a LolCow, so... maybe that's the problem. I don't know. But damn, man. Damn. Just betraying your friends like that. Damn.
On something that might not matter, I don't consider
or you're
it as
going to
blackmail.
damage the show.
So it's
No,
a
you can
loser.
replace
It's
me.
22.
You said
You can replace me.
You said that you're going to report a Reddit. You said that you're going to quit the show.
I
That's
did
blackmail.
report the Reddit.
I
did report the Reddit.
Okay. Well, then
We'll get that back up. Don't worry.
you owe us an apology. You're attacking
No.
our brand.
That's not going to happen.
But you're
Yes. Catch 22. Exactly. Didn't think about it, but yes. Tommy is correct exactly on the nose. Yes. Because either you do it or you lose it. And it's just basically the same. And it's always the same with freaking Wings. Since I actually watched this guy, inform myself about this guy, it's just... yeah, it's always the same. I really... and by the way, at the start, I actually, like Mudaha, because this will come, he will say the same. And I think most people were thinking that Boogie will just break after a while. But, well, Wings.
LolCow. That was 7 days ago. 7 days. And I said right after the show, let me know the 2 people you want to be moderators. He never provided them.
Shit on irregardless. So why give up an opportunity in the process of it? You know, I don't understand why you constantly need to read the chat. Like, there's so much shit that people say about me on Reddit or like any of these like troll forums. The only time I ever make a response is when like there's a reasonable thing to respond to. Some guy's gonna shit on me and bring up something that's out of context, like fucking 10 years ago. I just alt F4 and off. That's all, dude. I don't understand why you don't do that. I know you're smart and capable to do that. You've given that same advice to other people.
Do you see where we're coming from?
This is pointless.
It's not pointless, man.
And there it is. Good advice, from what I can tell. And he just ignores it. Wings is just totally in his effing world, he just doesn't think that anyone wants to actually do something good for him for some reason. And those people, they actually want to help them. Of course, they have their financial things in mind. Because, well, if Wing stays, they're going to be financially better off. And that's just true. But, yeah, at the end of the day, they still want to help the guy. And I think that's good. And he just ignores it and he still stays on his freaking crusade against his freaking friends. And that's just sad.
Here's the issue it's going to run into. Here's what we're going to run into. When we go to Rumble, we can't moderate her. There's not enough people because we'd lose people if we went to Rumble.
We don't know if we're going to Rumble. I'm pitching the show to Rumble. I'm pitching
And it's
them.
months down the road if it happens.
Yeah, it's like...
Right, but even if that happens, that's going to be a problem that's going to come up. Why not
And
nip
we'll
it in the
solve
butt right
that
now?
problem then, hopefully.
We
by
didn't
not,
solve
like,
it now.
logging
That's
off
the reason I'm
show.
doing this.
Well, what you're asking for is unsolvable. You just won't. You don't want people to criticize you. Jordy, people are going to criticize
Gaming
you.
became
You don't
I don't
wanna
care
have
if
a
they
platform to
criticize
do
me
it.
about my
We'll
weight.
find
I don't
one.
care if they criticize me about my teeth or but they think my wife's ugly or something like that. But when they're
But it's not
outright,
true. It's not true. The pedophilia it's not true. If somebody said that I was a fucking baby eating alien from Mars, I wouldn't give a shit because I'm not from Mars and I don't eat baby.
This is just something I have to say that Boogie, in my eyes, won a bit respect back just because he actually owned it. He told Wings directly, "Hey, you're bullshitting," and this was just so beautiful from Boogie. This was just so great, so beautiful. I just wanted to point out that, yeah, he did a good job. He did a good one there, a really good one. And even though I dislike Boogie, there is just always the thing that you can actually show someone respect, a bit respect for something, even if you dislike them.
We're saying is getting through to you.
it's not about getting through to me. I told you it's a hill I'm going to die on.
You're not being reasonable. How can we?
You're not being reasonable. Like
How-
you're not willing. How many people are in the chat right now? How
You're
many?
not willing to let me ruin the show, team.
There's fucking 4,500 people here.
So me getting rid of like 125 people that fuck with my life is going to affect that number.
And it's going to make it worse for you because you.
I thought you
listen,
were Wings of
listen,
Redemption.
again, let me tell you a
Wings
story.
of Moderation.
It's very brief.
This
but there was a
podcast
dude
is
on
literally the way
Reddit
to
that
redeem
made
your
a comment
image.
about my weight loss, and I screenshotted it, I tweeted it out, and I made fun of that guy. And that guy spent the next 6 years of his life daily trying to dismantle my existence, my life.
Well, what to say except words of wisdom? I mean, they're still trying to get it, but he just doesn't want it. He's just so freaking stubborn. He doesn't make sense in any case, in any freaking way possible. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's just mumble jumble. You really, it's just, is it worth the time that you just keep up Wings of Redemption on your podcast? I think not. I think you should get someone else that actually will try, will do it, will do the job better, and then just fly with that. But Wings of Redemption, he just acts like a child, and he will always act like a freaking giant man-child. He knows what he is, and he just lied about it and told, no, I don't want to be in it, I never agreed to it, even though he still does it. He's still in it. He's still, or he was he was for a very long time in it, and just, well, he was just bullshitting. And because he doesn't get what he wants exactly, not even exactly as he wants, but exactly as he wants, and the changes that he gonna just pull out of his butthole and just get in and demand from others for no effing reason. But, well, I hope that this nice little try was something of interest to you, because, well, it was the first time I did something like this. Why? Because it's not reactionary entirely, it's just snippets forming the drama, what I actually think about it, and specifically, and maybe get a lesson about people about people Sorry about it. I'm still a bit fuzzy. Just getting a lesson out of what to watch after people, what to watch for the people against Wings of the Redemption. No, I'm still taking it. This is, I don't care about it. This can be effed up. People will not like it, but I don't care. This is something I just have to do. So you can watch yourself and really learn how to recognize people like Wings of Redemption and how to act against it, or at least recognize it, and then just get your own feeling for the people, or how to act against themselves. So how to handle them. This is the word, how to handle them. Fair enough, that's good enough. Good night, acolytes. I hope it's a bit for something different. Oh my god, this was so bad.